welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, I'm a student at Vanderbilt University, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the essays that I wrote for my Vanderbilt application. Basically, I'm gonna do like a YouTube series where I read you guys the essays for all the schools that I got into. And what better way to kick it off than Vanderbilt? Before I get started, don't forget to hit subscribe. I make videos like this every week, and I'm always willing to do new video ideas, so comment below if you have anything that you feel like would be helpful. Alright, so let's just start with the extracurricular essay. So this is Vanderbilt's only supplemental essay, and the prompt is, please briefly elaborate on one of your extracurricular activities or work experiences, and it's 150 to 400 words. So for mine, I wrote about one of my volunteer experiences, which basically, to explain it to you guys, there's this after-school program in the housing projects area of Norwalk, Connecticut, which is the town next to mine, and for the summers throughout my high school, I would go and tutor the kids in math and science, and then one summer I realized that they don't have a theater program, and as someone who's very passionate about theater, I saw this as an opportunity to bring the arts and theater to these kids who didn't have access to it. So basically, I created this mini theater program at Grassroots, and it was definitely one of the most fulfilling, meaningful things I've ever done in my life. So I thought, what better topic to write about than this? So here we go. Serena proudly stood at the center of our makeshift stage, looking out at our audience. Just a few weeks before, she shyly raised her hand to volunteer for the role of Little Red Riding Hood, resisting eye contact and only whispering her lines during rehearsals. I was thrilled with her transformation. At the start of that summer, I'd walked into Norwalk Grassroots Tennis and Education, a non-profit program benefiting underprivileged children living in our local housing projects, eager to share my love for the performing arts. My goal was twofold: to create a theater program that would allow the kids to share the artistic opportunities I've enjoyed and to encourage self-esteem. At the program's start, we collectively chose a fairy tale-based comedy play, and from there, we, as a group, embraced the art of improvising. For costumes, I used Halloween costumes from my own childhood, and we painted white t-shirts in bold colors to fill the gaps. We worked as a group to construct the set, building a raised stage, painting and sewing, allowing the young actors a taste of the behind the scenes of theater. I quickly learned that the more I involved the kids and encouraged their input, the better they would stay on task. With each rehearsal, they became more invested. When the day of performance came, one child cried out loud, "I don't think I can do it." We paused and talked about how every play is a team effort. We need everyone. I explained that sometimes the most challenging things can be the most rewarding, so we took a deep breath and got into place. At the end of their first show, the young actors took their bows, parents applauded, and a new Grassroots summer tradition was born. I returned the following summer. We all grew over the course of our small production. Those who were shy and unsure were now confident and enthusiastic. My actors spoke loudly and with more clarity, faced the audience, and held their heads up high as they performed. And I matured too. While my theater program was the catalyst, I was able to better understand my own aim, to help my fledgling performers embrace the arts to become more self-assured, face a challenge, and succeed with pride. So that was that essay. Reading it back makes me want to cry because it was just so special. Okay. So the only other essay for Vanderbilt is your main essay or personal statement, so I'll read that now. Tossing and turning all night long, dreaming of princesses and magic, visions of fireworks sparkling above Cinderella's castle filled my night. My alarm sounded, and as I opened my eyes, reluctantly registering the time on the clock, I allowed the magical kingdom to drift away. I knew I couldn't stay in bed dreaming all day. I had to get up and get to work. Our family trip to Disney World was only 3 weeks away. As you can see, I am a huge Disney fan. I opened the My Disney World app, as I did daily, and studied wait times for ride lines. In my notebook, I recorded the morning's results, scanning for patterns. In a matter of days, I would begin my usual routine, opening an Excel sheet I'd titled Disney Schedule, and labeling the rows by day and the columns by time, activity, and location. Throughout our trip, I would adjust the spreadsheet, noting closings and any changes in wait times. In my view, I had the ability to break our leisure time down to a science. From the time I was small, I've had a strong desire to squeeze the most out of every positive experience, whether in school, theater, singing, or visiting the Magic Kingdom. I approached the things I loved most by studying their parts, analyzing each aspect as I aimed to use my intellect to expand my joy. Sometimes, my analytical nature and ambition did bring success. As a freshman, I was cut from my first theater production and the after-school choir group. I remember feeling so defeated, but quickly reverted to my methodology of choice, considering the performances of my peers who'd succeeded and charting out critical steps to my desired outcome. I practiced dancing, acting, and singing. I studied the different components of voice until I understood the adjustments I needed to make to improve. With my effort and determination, I was soon cast in the more competitive spring musical, as well as the selective choir group. But come junior year, I was repeatedly disappointed with cast lists. Why wasn't I getting the parts for which I strived? I'd followed the tried and true course, charted steps to success, but was only finding frustration and disappointment. Determined to break the cycle, I met with my theater teacher to ask why I was falling short. In his words, I was stuck in my own head, analyzing each aspect of my auditions and consequently letting go of my character. I kept emphasizing my willingness to make changes, but to my dismay, there was nothing explicit that I could do, no set and certain plan. My break instead came in the form of realization that I had to let go of my analytical side and pursue passions with abandon, not a roadmap. Determined, I occupied the skin of the character and trusted that I could succeed without the voice in my head dissecting every action. In the fall show of my senior year, Disney's Newsies, I resolved to let go, to feel my way to the role, and express the character's emotions through my own voice. It took a good 3 years, but I was cast as the leading female role. I have always defined myself through my instinctive optimism, my desire to see the magic and glitter in life. Yet I've come to realize that a tendency to try to analyze and master situations, to attempt to maximize the good, will always be a part of me too. My challenge is to seek balance, to know the lines, but to allow myself to feel and live the part. As I step forward into my future, eager to embrace a role that is both magical and impactful, I will build a strong foundation from hard work and focus, but allow myself to step back, breathe, and enjoy the ride. Alright, so that was my main essay. So obviously I sent that to many schools, but Vanderbilt also read that essay. And yeah, so those were the 2 essays I sent to Vanderbilt. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to comment below any questions and click subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.